Friends, making music today often starts with an idea that feels clear in your head, but hard to translate into sound. You might hum a melody, tap out a rhythm, or sketch something quickly. But the real challenge is turning that raw idea into a workable, fully formed track without losing momentum along the way. I'm Daniel, and in today's video, we're taking a look at OpenBeat AI, a music tool that approaches the creative process a bit differently. Instead of starting with long prompts or finished compositions, you simply record or upload a melody, and the system builds around it while keeping the core idea intact. We'll look at how the record and upload feature works in practice, show how a simple melody can become different versions, and cover remixing and extracting stems for work outside the platform. This is less about replacing music creation and more about shaping early ideas faster. Guys, make sure you check out all the useful links in the description after watching this video. There might be some nice discounts there. Let's jump right in. Mates, OpenBeat is a music creation platform built around a very simple idea. It starts with something human, like a melody or a usual voice recording. Instead of asking you to generate music from scratch, the tool works with what you already have. That approach immediately sets a different tone compared to many other tools. The OpenBeat offers several creation modes, depending on how you want to work. Some modes are designed for quick idea generation, while others are more about refining existing material. In this video, the focus is on the record and upload workflow. You aren't locked into the platform once a track is generated. You can download the result and extract stems, continuing to work elsewhere. That keeps creative control in human hands. Okay guys, let's see it in the working process. At this point, everything starts very casually. I go to the generator section and choose the record or upload mode. Instead of typing anything complicated, I just hum a short melody. When the recording starts, there is a clear time limit. It can be rough, slightly off, or unfinished, and that is totally fine. I'm not trying to sound like a singer here. I'm only putting down the idea that is stuck in my head. That small melody is the starting point for everything that follows. The important part is that it comes from me, not from the tool. At this stage, the system just saves the audio and prepares it for the next step. After saving the recording, I move to the creation screen. This is where the melody gets some musical context. Mates, I keep it instrumental and choose a general style direction. In this case, I go with a reggaeton and Latin feel. I am not changing the melody itself here. I am only telling the tool how this idea should be framed musically. It feels closer to arranging than composing something from scratch. The core idea stays untouched. Once everything is set, I hit generate and wait. The style choices shape the rhythm and the instrumentation around it. The result sounds structured and usable. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. When the processing is done, you immediately get a couple of versions. I usually start by listening to how well my original melody survived. What stands out here is that the core idea stays recognizable. The rhythm, instruments, and groove change around it. That makes it easier to decide which version feels closer to what I had in mind. Guys, before we move on, I try to make my content fun instead of boring. And in return, please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the content I make. From there, I jump into the library and open the remix option. This step is useful when the first result feels close, but not finished. I keep the same melodic bass and switch the musical direction. Here, I lean toward an R&B and hip-hop combination. Again, I'm not rebuilding everything. I am simply giving the same idea a different frame. The tool reacts to that change without pushing its own agenda. Once the remix is ready, I listen to the finished tracks. I'm a man like a little. Put the type of dude with you by me at the ghetto. None of fall, I can show you how to little. When I'm on a little. I can download the result, and that's exactly what I do. Folks, I can take these stems into a DAW and start building properly. Here I can decide whether vocals should be included or not. I usually keep them on, just to have more flexibility later. Once that is set, I start the extraction and let it process. When the process is complete, each element is separated. You get individual files for drums, bass, vocals, and other layers. At this point, the track stops being a single piece of audio. It becomes a set of building blocks. From here, you can download everything in the format that fits your setup. I usually grab the files and move them into my DAW. Guys, that is where arranging and final decisions actually happen. This part feels familiar if you are used to working with stems. Friends, after spending some time with OpenBeat, it feels like a practical tool for working through early musical ideas. It doesn't try to take over the creative process or pretend to finish music for you. Instead, it helps turn a rough melody into something structured that you can actually work with. This platform makes the most sense if you like starting with a human idea and shaping it step by step. Recording a melody, remixing it, and extracting stems all follow a clear and understandable flow. Nothing here feels rushed or overly automated, and that balance is important. Guys, I personally use this product and consider it useful, but the decision to use it is always yours. I hope that my review helps you make the right choice. OpenBeat works best when you treat it as a supporting tool, not as a shortcut or a replacement for real creative decisions. Feel free to check out the links in the description below. You might find some discounts there. As usual, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, until next time.